Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Rick Jordan. If you are new to this YouTube channel, in the About section, you can read my bio. If you would like to support the music and the talks on this YouTube channel, right below this video, you can click like, share, subscribe. Thank you for doing that. If you want to join those who are making financial contributions or sending monthly donations, there are a couple of ways to do that. Below this video in the comment section, you can click on the Patreon page, or there are other ways in the comment section for you to contact me, my post office box, my email address. Thank you, all of those of you who are helping in every way imaginable. I do not take you for granted. This talk is called Have It Your Way. Usually when we say that, have it your way, we say it out of exasperation. It's a concession to somebody. Okay, have it your way. That expression shows up in the Bible, not in those exact words, but it's in there. And I want to land in Luke's Gospel, chapter 5. Luke's account of Jesus calling a man named Simon Peter. The family business was fishing. Peter's great-great-grandpa, great-grandpa, grandpa, dad, all Galilean fishermen, fisherwomen, maybe, I don't know. And they used nets for this occupation. So Jesus was teaching on the shore of Galilee. There were so many people that he maybe needed to create some space. Plus, acoustics are much better on the water. Their boat, Peter's boat, was there. Jesus asked permission to come aboard, and he taught them from the boat. Maybe you can imagine this scene. And then when he was done, he said to Peter, and maybe he observed that there weren't many, if any, fish. I think this was probably morning. He said, why don't we go out into deeper water and try again? And Peter said, well, we've pulled an all-nighter. We know where to look. We've let down the nets everywhere, and they are not responding. But if you say so, can you hear it? Oh, have it your way. And so Peter does what this carpenter turned rabbi, who really should know nothing about fishing, does what Jesus says. They let down their nets and they catch so many fish that the nets are bursting, and Peter collapses before Jesus and says, "Depart from me, I'm a sinful person." And I love Jesus's response. We see God's heart in this. Jesus says, basically, it's okay. From now on, you're going to be catching people. Jesus doesn't disagree with Peter's self-assessment. He just says, yeah, follow me. Let's go do some good. Have it your way. Do you ever say that to God? Do you ever say it out of disappointment or exasperation? I think that's all right. People in the Bible got away with it. I want to talk about a hymn entitled, "Have Thine Own Way, Lord." And then when I'm feeling more up to it, I'm going to cover that song and post that video as well. When I was a child growing up in a Southern Baptist church, Have Thine Own Way was one of the hymns, HYMNS, sung at the conclusion of worship services, called the Invitation Hymn. Another favorite was Just As I Am, or I Have Decided to Follow Jesus. And the invitation was for people to come to the front, saying yes to Jesus with their lives, or being rededicated, or just coming up for prayer. And it would go on for a while, these invitations. In fact, Have Thine Own Way, I think, has 4 verses. And frequently we would sing through them 2, 3 times. And then there would be hesitations as the organ and piano played while the pastor would talk some more. And as a child, I remember thinking, somebody go up there so we can go home. Well, I'm 63 now, and I see this hymn through completely different eyes. I see it saying, have it your way. And it comes back to relinquishment, letting go, what I talk about so often in these talks. The lyrics were written by a woman named Adelaide Addison Pollard. She lived from 1862 to 1934. So many of the great ancient hymns were written out of pain or despair or disappointment. Adelaide, and isn't that a cool name? Adelaide had diabetes. She was sick in one way or another her entire life. She wanted to be a missionary. And then everything was set and the funding fell apart. She was really discouraged. She attended a prayer meeting, and in that prayer meeting, she heard somebody else say, "It's all right, Lord. It doesn't matter what you bring into our lives. Just have your own way with us." Let's go over that again. It's all right, Lord. It doesn't matter what you bring into our lives. Just have your own way with us. Have it your way can be like that, but it can also be like that. As a prayer, I want to say the words of this hymn. It's a prayer. It's all directed at God. So let's breathe together a little bit. Settle down, settle in. Isn't breathing glorious? In this rhythm, we can let go and we can receive. So as you breathe, receive this prayer. Have thine own way, Lord. Have thine own way. Thou art the potter, I am the clay. Mold me and make me after thy will, while I am waiting, yielded and still. Have thine own way, Lord. Have thine own way. Search me and try me, Master, today. Whiter than snow, Lord, wash me just now, as in thy presence humbly I bow. Have thine own way, Lord. Have thine own way. Wounded and weary, help me, I pray. Power, all power, surely is thine. Touch me and heal me, Savior divine. Have thine own way, Lord. Have thine own way. hold over my being absolute sway. Fill with thy Spirit, till all shall see Christ only, always living in me.